What's up, guys? So new video. Today's video is gonna be real simple, man. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be installing this shifter bushing that obviously goes on the shift knob. Reason being is because it just rattles a lot and it just has a lot of play in it. And something that tends to happen on these first gens apparently is this bushing will eventually either crack or just, I guess, when it gets old, it no longer does its job. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I mean. So here's my shifter, and as you can see, it just, it has a lot of play, man. So yeah, that's what this is going to be for. And off topic, side note, I was watching my last couple videos and I noticed that when it gets windy, it does mess with the audio quality. So I'm gonna see if I can get myself a little microphone for future content. And while we're in here, I know in one of my last videos I said I would do a bit of a I guess like an overview of my interior. It's a work in progress, guys. So I'm trying to do this piece right here with the diamond plated aluminum, just that the fitment is kind of off. And honestly, I think I kind of messed up cutting it. Luckily, I still have more left, so I might even cut a new one and do a whole new piece later on, but that'll be content for another time. And then show you guys the back a little bit. Back here I got a Kicker P250, and as you guys can see, I've done a little bit of custom modding for the interior. Give you guys a little idea of what I'm trying to do with this truck. And well, yeah, man, but for the most part, interior is pretty much stock, so you guys will witness with time the complete transformation of this interior. I do want to rip out the carpet. As I've mentioned before, I paint, and yeah, that's an old huge spill of primer paint. I messed up when I was messing around with the wiring for this amp. I cut up the carpet. Turns out I didn't even know how to do that. And well, yeah, guys, so besides the carpet's actually pretty old, so it's kind of like stained really bad already. And I actually like went ahead and cleaned it pretty good one time. I drenched it, whatever, used a shop bag, cleaned it up, but it's just an old carpet. It's an old truck. All right, guys, car seat is out. Excuse the mess. Like I said, dude, this carpet is old. Stains there, stains all over here. Excuse all the dog hair. I have a husky and a pit bull. The next step now is I need to make sure all 4 bolts or screws are off for this piece here, which is here, other side. And once that comes off, then we can start messing around with this. All right, cup holder and center console cover pretty much is off. Let's see what we got to do now. So the way this is gonna go is I need to take off this screw, that screw, and that screw. Then after that, there's 3 more screws over here on the side. 1, 2, 3 back there. Those are going to be next. And then from there, I think I should have access to the bushing. I have some zip ties holding up the cover here. I already got this piece off, and right behind that, let me show you guys. As you can see, the bushing is pretty much it's gone, man. That thing's all squished, it's all messed up. And yeah, so now the last thing to do to be able to get it out is I need to take off this bolt here, and that should be able to give me the room, or better yet, that should release the bushing. So let's proceed. By the way, I used the 12mm. Everything has been just screws up until this point, so if you guys are doing this, get a 12mm to remove this. Now, I actually thought it was just one bushing, which was this one right here, or better yet, it was this one right here, right, which was like that. But it turns out there's another one in there, which is this one, but I mean, it's pretty much deteriorated as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and replace those, and then we'll start putting things back together. What I'm doing right now is it's recommended that you use a little bit of grease, and I found I guess like there's no reason to go out and buy a whole new tube of grease or whatever. So I just grabbed some from the side over here, just move some of this white piece to the side, and just drag my finger on there and got a little bit of grease. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that on here, and then we'll do the same thing for the other one, and we'll mount them. So that's one right there. So it looks like somebody has been messing with the shifter in the past before I owned the truck, because originally, well, let me show you guys real quick. Like this, that's how this bushing was. Pretty much that's not how it goes. This bushing is supposed to go into this piece here, and let me see if I can show you guys better. But pretty much you see how I placed that bushing inside the cylinder? Pretty much same thing applies for this, but for some reason this was installed like that. And then if you take a look around this way, you it's kind of hard to show you guys, but down there, I don't know if you guys can see, but right there, that's where this bolt goes through, and the bushing was on this side. It's supposed to be on the inner side. So yeah, guys, if you guys are doing it yourself, just make sure you don't install it the wrong way. All right, guys, so the bolt and the bushings are in. I had to really wiggle it around a lot, to the point where I actually ended up putting the shifter in reverse, and I just threw a block under the wheel. Reason being is because you have very limited room to play with when installing it. Who knows, maybe your truck might have like a millimeter or two more room to play with, and it's good enough. But in my case, I had to, like I said, put the shifter in reverse. But it's in there now, so let's go ahead and put everything back together. Guys, there it is. I finally put everything back together. I tested it. I turned on the truck, put it in reverse, put it in drive. Everything's good to go. All right, guys, so this is actually day 2 of doing this, because I didn't know, and it was funny because I was wondering, why did I get 4 bushings when I only need 2? But no, apparently I actually need 4. So there's 2 more that go here, pretty much one on this side and one on the other side. And I did notice that once I had finished replacing the ones from inside, that the shifter kept moving back and forth. Like the side-to-side play went away, but what do you call it, the play back and forth was still there. And I thought that was kind of odd, and I was like, oh, I thought the bushings were supposed to fix this. And well, they are. I just didn't know that I needed to put 2 more. So with that said, I need to pretty much take everything off again and put those other 2. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so the cover's off. Like I said, the side-to-side plate is gone, but the back and forth is still there. The inside of the cab, I already took everything off. I already took off this little nut here with the bolt real quick. This is that's the stuff right there. So you need a 12 millimeter to take off this bolt. On one side right here, you have a little cotter pin. There you go. That's holding that together. There's a few washers in there. Make sure you don't lose those. And pretty much I have everything here laid out this way. That way I know how to put everything back together. So pretty much that goes like that. This goes in there, and then this goes through the piece up there, pretty much where it links, and then this washer goes at the end with this pin holding down the bolt. My bad, the pin holding down the bolt. Wow, so a quick tip, guys. You live and you learn, right? But pretty much now that this is unlinked over here, I was able to take out the whole thing. You just have to unplug a few things, and you know, doing this one would have been a lot easier had I known that I had to put the other 2, and I would have taken all this out. So with that said, for you guys that might be doing this this little repair or whatever, replacing these bushings, it helps to know this. So yeah, so here we are. So it has this rubber cover. This is the underside of the shifter. I have it upside down. So it has this rubber cover. To remove it, all you have to do is you have to push these little metal things out. They're pretty much in there, and that goes in there, and it's to hold everything in place. It's kind of windy right now, so hopefully the audio isn't too bad. I'm trying to kind of like block the mic. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna try to get a mic. Anyways, yeah, so you take those off, and I only took 2 off. I didn't take off the other ones. I took off all the little metal things, but with 2 off, I think we can get this job done. So anyways, as you can see here, that's where one bushing goes, and then the other one should go in there, and that's what's causing the play. As you can see, it just shifts back side to side. All right guys, so bushings are in there. I put everything back together, had to, you know, wiggle it around, you know, play with it a little bit before I can get it to slide in, no pun intended. And I put a little bit of grease, same as the other 2 bushings, just to, you know, make it slide, move a little bit better. And all I gotta do now is just tighten this and put everything back together. Now that aside, I think I'm probably gonna leave the center console piece off for now. Reason being that I got a lot of wiring work to do, and I probably won't film that, but it will make doing all the wiring work easier. As far as wires, you guys see here, I have my amp wiring with my sub. I have my LEDs for the interior, and then I have this USB-C for my tablet. It's like a 6-foot 8-foot charger. It's pretty thick, pretty durable, but since it's so long, I don't want this wire just everywhere, so I'm gonna route that through here as well. But yeah guys, I'll do one last clip once I have everything back together. I'll test it, put it in drive, put it in reverse, you know, maybe even just do a quick spin around the block, and I think we'll be good. All right guys, everything's back together. I did have one little concern, which was whenever I would put it from park to reverse, or better yet, I would put it in reverse and then put it into park, I was hearing like a slight tick sound from outside underneath the cab. After some research and asking around, I found out that apparently that's normal. That's just like I guess like the brake engaging, so that once you leave it in park, you know, it actually stays in park and it doesn't roll off. So yeah, so real quick summary for those that are planning to do this fix. Once you take off that cover over there and you take off all these bolts, which I believe are 12 if not 10 millimeter, now yeah, I think these are 10, and then the nuts for the actual, like where the bushings go, is 12. But yeah, once you take all these off and you unplug these over here, you're able to like literally pull out the whole shifter lever, what do you call it, assembly out. And it makes it a lot easier to replace the bushings here, and then of course you replace the ones that go inside, right? So yeah, man, by the way, right now it's nighttime. I had a birthday to go to, so yeah, I'm filming like the end of the video right now. But yeah, the play is gone, man, because this is nothing. Like, I could live with this. Before that, it was moving like almost like, I would say like close to like 3/4, maybe half an inch, but this is nothing. And then the side to side, that's completely gone. So yeah, man, we're good. So again, if you plan to do this, it's a lot easier for you to just remove the whole assembly and remove the bushings and replace them like that. So yeah, man, to be continued. I'm gonna be leaving some of this stuff off because, like I said, I have some wiring work to do and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll make a video on that. It might be a little bit boring. I'll probably like try to do like a little compilation of a bunch of different things together. That way I keep the video a little bit more interesting. But yeah, guys, talk to you guys in the next one. Deuces.